I'm going to try and articulate more, which has always been kind of a problem for me. That's interesting. You can't unpause. Alright. I'm a bit worried because I did skip an entire section. I could probably show you how I skipped that section. So what happens is, you're supposed to... this is a big gap, right? What you're supposed to do is, you're supposed to disable some lasers, and then like, those lasers deactivate, and there's a button that raises this bridge, right? So this is the button that you need to press in order to raise this, right? Really important. To press the button, you need to disable these, see, yellow lasers. Further access is not granted. Well, how about... So how about we just give ourselves access? See, this bridge, completely optional. You can just skip it. You can just jump it. You don't even need to like do bunny hops or anything. Yeah, getting back is a bit tougher, but you can do it. So I'm supposed to get back to the security pyramid. It's like, where's that? That's up here, isn't it? Yeah, there's this guy. I'm gonna reload, but to get here, I'm gonna need to get here anyway. Well, maybe I didn't skip anything at all in the end, but it's kind of cool going out of... What am I doing? Going out of order. That was brutal, dude. I do have a bunch of ammo saved up. Quake 2 on Nightmare is probably about as like... See, I don't even have a... I still even have a quad damage. I just don't use them. This game is too easy. I'm playing on freaking Nightmare. It's no challenge. I can't remember the last time I was hurting for a power-up. Pre-fire failed. Ow. That was unnecessary. Yep, I got one more enemy, which I guess is going to fly out of this. Yep, there he goes. So we officially get the Hyper Blaster now. I got one earlier from a secret, but now we got one officially. That was pretty cool, I guess. Okay. Let's try the grid control computer. 7 kills. Something tells me this is... Oh, is this the tank boss thingy? Something tells me it might be that. Oh yeah. A bunch of lasers. Oh. You went out of order there. Interesting. I don't even think there is anything in here that's like worth exploring. Yeah, no, it just kills you. Interesting. Oh, it goes back and forth. I get it. See, I'm not stupid. And there it is, there's the tank. Do I need to kill these before the tanks show up? I've always liked these light effects. Should I even waste this on you? I guess I will. Ow. You guys heard, eh? That was it, that's the boss. I didn't even get to watch him die. He just died off screen. And that's it. This ladder was more dangerous than the boss. It gave me more damage at least. Well, do I shoot you, or what do I do? No, I know I shoot something, don't I? Yeah. There we go. Mildly satisfying. I don't know, everything about Quake 2 just seems very cool, in theory. Wow, yeah, I didn't skip much at all. The thing about Quake 2 is that it's a bunch of stuff that seems really cool, but then there's no real like substance to it, so it's a very mildly satisfying overall, with some occasional misses on top, but I mean that's kind of... Quake 1 had that as well. I just think Quake 1 has like way more sort of character and atmosphere, obviously. Not that this game doesn't have atmosphere, but you know, you know how it is. I don't need to tell you. Well, interesting. We came from up there somehow. I don't know how that's possible, but sure. And remember, this came out about a year before Half-Life did, so I remember this map. They turned this into a multiplayer map later. The Quake 2 multiplayer really is the bread and butter of this. Like, the single player experience is fine. It's a decent experience. Ooh, I found a secret. I didn't even mean to do that. Wow, okay. Auto switch. Oh shit, that's not what I meant to do. My bad. See, what I hate about the Quake games is that this game plays a lot better in terms of like movement and just, I don't know, the character like controls just have this sort of fluidity about them that the original Quake could never really sort of achieve. It might also have something to do with the visual fidelity, which ironically enough, character movement in my head is really tied to not only how the character actually controls, but the feel also comes from, you know, the way the world sort of spins around you, right? So like how do you experience the world as a character, basically a walking camera that can impact how it feels to play it, not in terms of like graphical fidelity like you would normally talk about it, but more like just the visual clarity. Like the easier I can see myself rotating around the cube, the better it feels actually rotating around the cube. You know what I mean? I kind of feel that when I played the Quake 2 remaster, you know, the chunky pixels, but oh shit, what the hell was that? I was scratching my neck, dude. I'm having a freaking TED talk here and you're just interrupting me. I feel like whenever I play this remaster, as opposed to the Quake 1 remaster, this just feels a lot more like I'm seeing a lot more clearly, which just results in me like preferring the movement, even though I like Quake 1 more. I just like this game's movement more. The world, man, the world is everything. Like the only modern game that I can sort of play is Cyberpunk, because I tried getting into GTA 5 and I did for a while, but I could never maintain that interest because just the characters feel so heavy. You know what I mean? Like they just feel so hard to move when you press one of the like movement keys. Like the character has to like turn on, like they have to start their like movement animation, and then they like start moving at full speed, and I'm just like, just fucking move, dude. I don't need to see your individual pores like moving as you put one foot in front of the other. You know what I mean? I feel like that's the case where visual fidelity goes against like the feel of the game. Whereas here, just because everything's sort of clearer and more polished, and there's more detail that's easy to focus on, I just feel like I'm more in control. It's a lot more immersive than, say, controlling a character that takes like 20 frames to get really moving. Like I would not be able to play this game on like a streaming service, right? Like Nvidia Shield or whatever. I just wouldn't be able to do it. But for like Red Dead Redemption 2, sure, why not? I mean, it takes 20 frames for my character to move anyway. Who cares if it's like 5 frames from now, right? Whereas here, as soon as I like turn around, I'm expecting the camera to turn around. No delay, just immediate sort of feedback. And I like that. I really like that. I really appreciate that. The only game that sort of kind of feels okay-ish that came out like recently is probably Cyberpunk. And even that's a bit sort of like, I still feel that heaviness. Like, see that? Like, this just feels so good to play. It just feels so good. I'm playing on a vertical mouse. I'm not used to it at all. And it just feels so natural. Oh. What was the point of that secret then? If I'm gonna get the gun anyway. Right? I got the gun maybe literally one map earlier. Like that doesn't make much of a difference, does it? Target the hit scan first. Right now we can talk about you. Fuck. I didn't mean to do that. He didn't see me. He didn't see me. He didn't see me. It's okay. I don't even know why why I worry. He's kind of a pushover. See, he's gone. He's not moving. He's not supposed to come down. He's supposed to be up there. Isn't he? What was that then? Is that just like a bug? That being said, the movement being so fluid makes it extra punishing when you like miss a jump. That negative feedback is just amplified in my mind. It's like when you're playing with an echo pedal on your guitar and you miss a note, or like you play the wrong note and it's just stuck in your head. Your mistake is just echoing in your mind forever. Not even really focusing anymore at this point. So I'm sort of letting my health slide a little bit. Oh, hold on. That is quite the surprise. Can I slide over here? No? Oh, I did not mean to do that. Holy crap. Oh, come on, get out of there. See, that's what I mean. It just feels shit to miss. It feels extra shit. Like, if I'm playing Cyberpunk, I can sort of feel like, yeah, you know, the character wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. No. That was my, like... I told my character to miss, and he did. The best thing about Quake 2 is the fact that all the maps are so forgettable. You can play this game over and over again and always feel like you're playing for the maybe the second time. It's just this for the rest of the game. Like maybe some shit bosses, maybe some scripted sequences that are kind of neat, but that's about it. It feels like a beta of Half-Life, is what I'm gonna say, which is, I don't really like Half-Life. That like in the sense that I don't like the gunplay, but a lot of the guns in Half-Life just seem sort of gimmicky. Oh, come on. That's just unlucky. Oh, fuck. Well, that's what I get for saying this game is too easy on Nightmare. This guy can't really do anything to you. See, he's already gone. This is a pretty OP weapon, which is exactly why I have so much ammo for it all the time. Yeah, some of the guns here are not really well balanced, I'll just say. Ow. Wow, I can't believe I actually did that. God, I hate this. I have an OLED TV as my monitor. It's like fucking massive, which is great for immersion, but it keeps asking me to like, oh, can you please, like the TV is gonna turn off in a little bit. Oh, I can't believe I did that. It's really annoying, and I have to keep the TV like remotes near me, which sucks. Okay. Well, that was Quake 2. Should we move on to Quake 1? Doom 3 just feels like a lot of unutilized potential. It sort of feels like the engine company really should get a game company to do their games, you know? Because there's so many cool ideas that just don't get their sort of time to shine. Of course we're connecting to Bethesda.net, why not? You know, it's a game from 1996, why not? Let's just start over. The only thing that anyone plays is the shareware anyway. Shareware, if you don't know, is the first episode. Basically, you could get the game for free, you could just download it, and usually it'd be like a portion of the game, right? So this game has 4 episodes. Shareware was the first episode, and then if you wanted to play the rest of it, you could, you know, order a product key. Well, no, I think you could actually order, I think you would actually order like a box. Yeah, it came on a CD. So you would order a box from id, the developers of the game. You would like go and say, hey, can I please get a box at this address? And pay them, and you know, have your registered sort of copy, you know, which sounds just like a demo, which it basically is. But the cool thing about shareware is you could, you know, with demos you can't really share them technically. You can't send them to anyone. With shareware you were legally like free to share this with anyone. So you could take the entire like episode of the game, the first one, and just share it with friends, which is really cool. I guess there's no need for that now. I mean, people barely even install their games anymore. Usually like use launchers to do it. Back then, you know, you'd get like you'd get like a burned disc from your friend with the shareware version, and you'd be like, ooh, what is this? And you'd play the game and you'd be like, oh, that's really cool, I want to get more of this. And then you'd literally have to like send a mail order and get a big box that you could put on your like desk. That was really cool. I still have my like Doom 2016 box. I wanted to get an original Quake box, but those are like prohibitively expensive nowadays. They're like collector items. So instead I got the Quake one, like soundtrack vinyl, re-released by Nine Inch Nails. I think they re-released like a few years ago. It was like 2023, 2022, somewhere around there. And then I, back when we had a game store nearby, like a physical game store, we didn't have GameStop because, you know, Soviet country, post-Soviet country. But I did buy like a Doom collection disc and a Quake collection disc, which was post Bethesda acquisition, so it does have the Bethesda logos on it. I guess it's better than having frickin' Activision logos on it. Oh, this is open? Since when? Since when is that open? Oh wait, this is open, but then this isn't, right? Yeah, okay. But yeah, it's just not the same, you know. I know I probably wouldn't be able to run the Quake CD, but it's just for the... I don't know, it's just, I love the logo on that box. That box art is so freaking cool. And it's been so long since I just played this game. Or any game for that matter. Now that we have a kid, it's really hard to sort of sit down and just take some time for yourself, you know? It's difficult. You have to allocate that time. You have to find it, and then you have to be greedy enough, quote unquote, to make use of it. Which is really hard, believe it or not. Did I just telefrag one of them? I think I did. I wasn't even on purpose. But yes, you can telefrag the monsters, and you should in some cases. Like when a freaking, I think that's all of them. Like when a shambler is trying to spawn in, just stand in his like location where he's about to drop in, and just say no. It just disintegrates. I love that. The fewer shamblers we have to deal with, the better. Speaking of shamblers, there's gonna be one right here. Which map is this? This is the third map, the most, like, arguably one of the most, if not the most powerful enemy is going to appear in the third map of this game. I was about to say that's how ridiculous this, like, difficulty mode is. But it's, you didn't play your sound, you sneaky rascal. But it's not about the difficulty. It's just the fact that they don't have enough monsters in this game. Because it just got cut down so much. I recently saw John Romero's like Quake post-mortem presentation, and I've already seen it once before. He gave a talk at like, I think it was We Are Developers or some shit. I'm about to die here, so I gotta be careful. I don't want to get on that elevator. There we go. Well, god fucking damn it. Alright. There's the shamblers coming up now. God fuck. But he talked about obviously the game and what the original scope was. And fun fact, he actually presented some like in development design docs before the game got cut down. And I've seen the talk before, but I'd never like properly looked at the slides, and I did this time. There's so much cool shit, like the Vor in this game, which is just like a regular enemy, was supposed to be one of the bosses that would like just like recurringly like harass the player, and it would turn out to be like the main boss. And in the alpha release of Quake, I think it was called Q-Test. Where did you go? He never does that. Why are you there? In Q-Test, which was a multiplayer only thing, they had some in development models in the game files. There was a model for the Vor in this game, and it had a specific like name that no one really knew what it meant. And it turns out it was supposed to be this god. So they turned this like god that was supposed to harass the player throughout the game into like a pretty common like enemy. Oh no, that's exactly what I was afraid of. Well, shit. I want to show you this cool trick. Let's try now. There we go. Oh, you motherfucker! He sniped me! See? Freaking telefragged him. So that's one less shambler we have to deal with, which is great. So anyway, what I was trying to say this whole time, before I got freaking sniped by a scrag, yeah, that's just like a cool bit of history. I never knew that about Quake. I knew the development was kind of scuffed and rushed because the engine just took so damn long to make. And I mean, the rendering fully 3D environments without a 3D accelerator card is hard enough. To do the light maps and shit, it was just like revolutionary. I mean, John Carmack couldn't do it on his own, which should tell you everything about the difficulty of just this thing. That's again Michael Abrash, who then worked for, I think he still does work at Valve. So some cutting edge, you know, difficult shit. So when people say that Quake 1 is the first like 3D game or whatever, that's not true. It's not exactly true. I mean, you have to get a bit more specific than that to call it a first. It was the fastest 3D game at the time. Like fully texture mapped environments, you know, all of that, running in just like ungodly speeds. It was incredibly impressive. It was revolutionary for its time, which is why the Quake engine is quite literally in Half-Life Alyx. There's a like little remnants of it still. I'll show the GIF on the screen now. So it was revolutionary, don't get me wrong, but Quake wasn't the first fully 3D video game, just like Doom wasn't the first like first-person action game, just like Wolfenstein wasn't the first 3D action game, because you got Catacomb 3D, just like Pong wasn't the first video game. It's kind of getting into the mud of details. But yeah, it was really revolutionary. And I guess if you want to sum it up for someone who doesn't really care about the history of 3D accelerated cards, like 3DFX and Voodoo, then I guess, you know, saying it's the first 3D game is sufficient. But it's not exactly. The good thing about Quake is that because the game was so, because people were like not used to playing with the mouse in like a 3D space like this. Obviously Doom mouse look was a thing in Doom, like horizontal mouse look. There was no vertical mouse look, obviously. There's no vertical look at all. And so to have people to do like a vertical aiming with their mouse now was quite demanding. So by default it was turned off. You can only do this. I think eventually in some patch they changed that, because it was so hard to aim with the mouse for people back then. And people didn't even use mice. Like some of them had these like joysticks, and you can see like someone playing Quake with a flight sim stick, which was, you know, it wasn't that unheard of back then, which is pretty funny. Because of that, the models in this game are like quite small, but their actual hitboxes are pretty massive. So let me see if I can get up close to these guys. So I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot here. Right? I'm nowhere near his body, and I hit him. See those red dots? Like that's how massive his freaking hitbox is. It's crazy. It was just to make it easier to hit things, because people just weren't used to mouse controls like this. So yes, and I just wasted all my bullets, all my nails on these guys. So I'm gonna have to shotgun him to death. I could just leave, but I want to get these guys. Like the door's open, there's nothing stopping you. Oh, come on. I don't think there's gonna be another one. No. Okay, thank God. Thank heavens. Alright. I missed the secret? Oh, in the... Where did I miss the secret? I don't even know. Alright. There's gonna be a guy behind me as soon as I kill this guy. There he is. Always catches me off guard. Not this time. Yeah. That's pretty funny. So they can hurt themselves. I don't know why I thought they couldn't. Speaking of the Quake post-mortem, it's also where I learned that all of the the demos that play when you start the game were made by John. I didn't know that was John playing, but it was. And I guess it was also the same case for Doom, which I mean makes sense. Why are my mouse controls inverted? My mouse wheel, that is. Next weapon. Mouse down. Previous weapon. Mouse up. How does this happen? Previous weapon up. What? What is this? This doesn't make any sense. It's funny, this game is so integrated within me. Since I was playing this since I was like 5, with various levels of understanding. As you know, for its many faults, which the games and even the engines have a lot of, I can't help but love it. I don't know if it's nostalgia. I don't even think it's that. I think it's just ingrained into me. I don't think I need to get a Quake logo tattoo just because I think it's already within my DNA. You get your DNA strands, and then there's just a Quake logo in there somewhere near the dick.